My son is 2 years old. For a while he was fascinated by car exhaust pipes, not cars in general. Not wheels, doors, headlights, or steering wheels. Exhaust pipes. He would squat behind parked cars and stare at them. He looked for them on every car we passed. Some cars had 1 pipe. Some had 2. Some had 4. Some pipes were on the back. Some were on the side. Some cars did not seem to have any at all. Eventually, he began to understand that electric cars do not have exhaust pipes. Then, he started looking for exhaust pipes everywhere else. Other black openings became exhaust pipes. My nose became an exhaust pipe. My mouth became an exhaust pipe. Strictly speaking, he was wrong. But cognitively, he was doing something very interesting. He had noticed a feature of the world. He stayed with it. He compared examples. He found exceptions. He overextended the idea. He made analogies. He slowly revised his understanding. This is what curiosity looks like before it becomes school, curriculum, content, or performance. It is not yet the adult kind of deep intellectual curiosity, but it is also not passive novelty seeking. It is something earlier and more alive. The world catches the child, and the child keeps returning. I have been thinking about this because my son will grow up in a world where AI can answer almost anything instantly. Every question can become an explanation. Every idea can become a story. Every image in his head can become a picture. Every moment of boredom can be filled with something generated just for him. At first glance, this sounds like paradise for curiosity. But I am not so sure. In the book Curious, Ian Leslie distinguishes between 2 kinds of curiosity. Diversive curiosity is the attraction to novelty, the pull toward the next unfamiliar thing. Epistemic curiosity is the deeper desire to understand. Leslie writes that diversive curiosity, if it does not deepen, can drag us from one object of attention to another, without reaping insight from any. That sentence feels almost like a diagnosis of the internet. In adults, the difference can be very clear. One kind of curiosity reads books, sits with questions, thinks for a long time, builds things, tests ideas, revises them, and eventually forms original thoughts. Another kind keeps clicking. New video, new topic, new controversy, new fact, new theory, new product, new drama. It still feels like curiosity, but nothing accumulates. The mind is stimulated, but not transformed. The difference is not the format. A book can be consumed shallowly. A video can spark deep thought. A conversation can be empty. A meme can open a real question. The difference is whether there is digestion. Food does not become part of the body simply because it enters the mouth. It has to be broken down, absorbed, transformed into energy, tissue, movement. Knowledge is similar. Information does not become understanding simply because it enters the mind. Something has to happen after intake. Attention, comparison, connection, testing, revision, expression. Curiosity becomes appetite without metabolism. This is why I think the common question of whether AI is good or bad for children's curiosity is too simple. AI can feed curiosity, but it can also bypass digestion. It can help a child, understand the world more deeply. But it can also turn every half-formed question into instant content before the child has time to stay with the original experience. Learning theorist David Kolb described experiential learning as a cycle: concrete experience, reflective observation, abstract conceptualization, and active experimentation. In plain language, we experience something, reflect on it, form an idea, try it out, and return to experience again. Kolb's broader idea was that learning comes from the transformation of experience. I find this model useful, but when I apply it to childhood curiosity in the age of AI, I want to add one small step. Stay. Before reflection, there must be staying. Before a child can think about an experience, the experience must not be instantly replaced. This is the fragile part. Modern media environments are very good at replacing experience. Social media has a default behavior: look, react, forget, next. It monetizes diversive curiosity. It does not need us to become stupid. It only needs us to keep moving. A has a similar danger, but in a more intimate form. It does not merely show us the next thing. It can generate the next thing specifically for us. A child sees an exhaust pipe. AI can explain it, then make a cartoon about it, then make a song, then make a rainbow exhaust pipe, then a robot exhaust pipe, then a dinosaur with exhaust pipes. Some of this may be delightful. I am not against delight, but if it happens too early, something is lost. The child has not yet stayed with the actual pipe. He has not compared this car with the next car. He has not wondered why one car has no pipe. He has not pointed to his mouth and made a strange analogy. He has not allowed the concept to live in the real world long enough to grow roots. And perhaps the hardest part is that staying is not just an individual cognitive skill. For a young child, staying is often borrowed from another person. When I squat beside my son, behind a parked car, and look at the exhaust pipe with him, I am not teaching him a fact yet. I am lending him my attention. I am saying, without saying it, this thing that caught you is worth our time. A can generate endlessly. But in this moment, what we need is almost the opposite of generation. No new image, no instant explanation, no activity yet, no upgrade, no transformation, just staying. That may be one of the hidden gifts of parenting. A child's curiosity does not merely ask adults to answer. It asks adults to look again. Before my son, I never paid attention to exhaust pipes. I knew they existed, of course, but I did not really see them. Because of him, I started noticing. 1 pipe, 2 pipes, 4 pipes, side pipes, back pipes, no pipes. His curiosity re-educated my attention. So, when I think about preparing children for an AI-intensive future, I do not first think about teaching them to prompt better. I think about helping them preserve the ability to stay with the world. So, when my son notices something tomorrow, I am trying to remember not to be the AI, to not generate, to just stay. Later, that external pause may become internal. A child who has borrowed attention from a parent may grow into an adult who can offer that pause to himself. I can stay with my own question. I can resist the next thing. I can let meaning unfold. I can hold attention long enough for understanding to form. A can answer. extend, remember, personalize, and scaffold. But the pause itself, the decision not to rush past experience, is still a human offering. Once I see curiosity this way, the question becomes much more subtle. Not, should children use AI or not? But, if curiosity becomes understanding through a loop of experience, staying, reflection, concept building, experimentation, and return, then the real question is not whether children should use AI. It is where AI belongs in that loop, how much of it should be present, and what role it should play once it is there. That is the question I want to keep thinking about. I suspect it will not have one clean answer. It will unfold through many smaller questions. Bedtime stories, nature walks, museums, screens, and the everyday moments when a child notices something and an adult decides whether to rush, answer, generate, or stay. In the next episode, we will look at one of those moments more closely. This episode is brought to you by Cedartale Studio, the AI storytelling app.